Thanks for the time given. I am as the Prime Minister of STMIK INSAN Pembangunan. So this House believe that, and this House agree as the first-generation immigrants, parents of color in a predominantly white country will choose to live and raise children in an ethnic enclave. So as we know, guys, as the first immigrant generations, there will be a mixed father and a mixed mother who want to stay in a better country, for example in Australia and etc. And every immigrant, they have ethnic, of course, they have ethnic, that is the moral principle that they hold, and before they start to move to another country itself. So based on the World Immigrant Report in the website, it's about 89% of publications immigrant.com itself. And what is we call it about immigrant itself? We call it about immigrants is about person who has come to live in a country that is not their own country. So we are the new immigrants. We are the new persons in their country itself. That is immigrants. And what is ethnic, guys? Ethnic is about moral principles or national group. So this House is agree that the first generations immigrants who has decided to live in a new country, they may bring their ethnics or moral principles. So, and let's back to our case. Now, today, we just want to talk about the legal immigrants who has required to fulfill their immigrations to another country itself. And back to our cases, guys. So here is about my argumentations is about there are many of immigrants from another country and they are different sense of ethnics. They have a lot of ethnics, such as Sundanese and Javanese and Philippines and Chinese and Japanese, and come to the Australia, they brings a lot of ethnics. But here, we are a Prime Minister, we will allow them to use their ethnics to raise their children, okay, to raise their children. But not all of the ethnics that they can hold, because of when they come to the immigrants, there are procedures that they should do, such as what ethnics what ethnics they must use, such as a positive ethnic is none of the negative ethnic, guys. The ethnics that can bring harm, that can bring good than harm itself. And also, not all of the principle they are allowed, okay? Because in the new country, we never know what comes from the new country. We will have a huge of moral principles that they hold. So we must appreciate to one another, because immigrants should use the procedures before they come to the new country itself. It's about understanding one another's, appreciating, and human socializations and human rights. They must know about it once. And if only it's educated to their children in the next futures, if they have a children, of course we allow it. Because ethnic is an ethnic. Ethnic is a moral principle that really tight in our mind, in ourselves, that really good for us, such as good principle itself. And now we come to the evidence, guys. Here we go in the traveldetic.com. We know that Australia is really welcome to immigrants. As we know, Australia and Indonesians is really welcome to immigrants, and everybody can to be a permanent over there, such as in Indonesians and in Australia to be a permanent residents over there. And of course, the ethnic is allowed. Indonesians has a good friendly with Australia and they have a good ethnic. They can bring Indonesian ethnic to the Australia, but they must appreciate one another. Not all of the ethnics that they can use, but they must be appreciate in others. So here we go, it's one of the status correct now from the Indonesia and Australia. And for the more evidence, it will bring my Deputy Prime Ministers to make more clarify. So I'm strongly believe that this House agree that the first generations immigrants can use their ethnics to build their children in the futures. Thank you.